What up, guys? Oh man, nobody's here. Why is it so different in here? Has it been that long? Oh shit. Okay. Where do I sit? Gotta wait. They'll be so excited.
Warning! This video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and I'm joined by
Courtney Richardson.
And we have a very special guest, host, the return of the king, Jordan Bell.
King?
No. I don't know. I think that's a Lord
Should we
of the Rings
applaud?
reference. Yeah.
No, I'm just here.
We always play. Yeah, it's so nice to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? Like,
Look like you got electrocuted while we were gone.
Did I? Oh man,
I love the hair.
I
though.
tried to do the hair extra, like, not give a fuck.
It looks
today,
cool.
so,
I like it. He always change. You guys always changing your hair between the two of you.
Because
It's
we
like,
hang out with Kim too much.
like,
Yeah.
and
that's true. I didn't even think about that.
she'll call me and she'll be like, "Babe, let me do this to your hair," and I'm just like, "Yeah, okay,
Yeah, I'm on my way. Let's do it.
yeah."
Well, I mean, when you have an expert in the house, like
Yeah,
at all
yeah,
times, it's like being like, oh yeah, I live with Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm not going to learn how to kill people. You know?
Yeah. Did you see the picture of the kid that is dressing up as Jeffrey
Yeah,
Dahmer?
I did see that picture.
Yeah.
That was a good picture.
Oh man, how many Halloween costumes are going to be Jeffrey Dahmer this week?
I hope a lot of them. I told you I want to go as Jeffrey or Barack Jeffrey Obama.
I told Shelby that you need to be Jeffrey Dahmer, and she's going to be the tropical fish.
We're gonna start policing your social media.
I'm too fat. If I go as Jeffrey Dahmer, it has to be like Jeffrey
Okay.
Dahmer that never got caught because he kept eating people.
Yeah, she
it
could
kept
be
going.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
She should be. Yeah. I want to be a banana and have her be a condom, and it's like
No,
we're
she
doing
told me
the-
what you guys are going to be. It's
Oh, that's
hilarious.
pretty funny. Yeah.
I
Don't
love
tell
it.
anybody
I
yet.
won't.
Can't release it. Can't release it yet. I'll tell you off
I
camera.
wanna know.
I'll
Okay,
tell you
cool.
off camera.
Sweet.
Yeah. If you guys want to know, you'll see the pictures. It'll pop up. We'll end up
It's
doing
good.
it. Yeah, we got I don't know if you guys can tell, but we have like a whole new setup this week. I've got the angles should look a lot better. I've been getting a lot of people like it's blurry, and I'm like, yeah, you know, we got to do what we got to do. And then we've got a little angle over there, and then we've got Jordan's beautiful face. You know, he's here today.
Hi.
But yeah, we
Things
changed
are
it up a little
different,
bit.
and it's not just me.
Yeah. It's not just
I
Weird.
keep looking around, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, I've been here before, but
Yeah, my curtains are still like you can tell they just came out of the box because they're like the folds are still in them. They're wrinkled.
Hang them in the bathroom when you're in the shower.
That's a good
we
idea.
gotta throw some
It
steam
steams
on
them.
them.
I need to
I'm
you
a
need to start a
genius.
TikTok where you're like, stupid shit with Courtney. How to do household stupid shit.
Yeah.
I
cool.
mean, that's
I learned it
kinda
from
where it's
TikTok.
at. I mean, just do stupid shit on
But
TikTok.
that's because
That's
I
how you
learned
get
it from
famous.
TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. It makes a lot more sense that way. I do have a graphic here. Boo! Now we're gonna update the graphic. There we go.
Hi.
Guess who's back?
I like that.
Back again. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is actually.
I have big teeth.
You know, you look great in it though. Honestly, I love the direction of the art. Oh, who did it? Me.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible. Courtney's is the worst one. I'm gonna be honest. There's mine. The funny thing is, like, yeah, it's pretty good. I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then Courtney's.
Why did you make my highlight so low on my face?
Okay, so this is
You
why.
need to learn how to contour better.
Yeah, that's exactly why I did it. Look at your titties. That was the hardest part. I was spent
I don't
so
have
long
any?
contour. No, I was like trying to like make them look like titties, but not over
are titties.
ridiculous.
It's because you got it
I
going.
thought it was
And of
just
course,
a
Brian.
beat cut in the shirt.
It is. It's like,
no. See, you got to get rid of the middle triangle, and then just put a line.
well, that's where to me I blended you. I have another one where I blended you, but I haven't put it out there just because I'm like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. He's
Oh, yeah,
getting there.
I do have to show Brian.
I think Brian's is the
Brian's
greatest.
is the best.
It is.
Brian's
It's really
is
good.
the absolute
It's
greatest.
really that was my favorite one to do, especially with his little poking out hair on the side.
Yeah.
But I updated those just because I was like, we had to get Jordan on there first. So we have that old shirt. We don't need
Throw
that
it
old
in the
shit.
trash.
We'll get a whole new shirt made, and I'll just
mine,
remove the
mine
logo.
now looks better than the other one though.
Yeah, are you happy about that?
Yeah.
You don't.
This one will
You don't miss
suffice.
this one right here. This
No,
beautiful
get
one.
out of here.
Aw.
Oh, I like your ramen noodle hair. That's
I
the
don't
thing.
like
though.
the ramen noodle hair.
And then but the art direction of it, and I used the same photo of me and Brian for the new photos, but with yours, I used a whole new one because you've lost about 50 pounds since that one. I'm just kidding. The ever losing pounds girl. That's you.
I've stayed the same for a minute.
Work. putting in work.
You have been putting in that work though, and I saw you eating Cheez-Its today. So
I've been
back
eating
off.
so many Cheez-Its.
Back off the
That's all I
Cheez-Its.
eat is Cheez-Its.
I think you deal with that issue too, right?
Not really.
Your girl doesn't love Cheez-Its? I thought she
She
was like a
did,
cheat.
but I don't know. She got off it. So
Oh?
she was like,
She got off the Cheez-Its?
Yeah. She cold turkey. Don't know.
Fuck,
And I
how
was
you-
just like,
I was
I was
at
like-
work one day and they were like, you haven't had your Cheez-Its today. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. And then I went and got some.
So you've become like
The Cheez-It girl.
The Cheez-It girl.
Yeah, Matt always says, like, I smell like cheese.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's worse things to smell like. Cheese is amazing. I mean,
From Munda cheese or
No, just my breath smells like cheese all the time.
my breath? See, I said the whole new setup of the office though is the studio is like I'm hoping we can get a producer. So at some point I'm gonna make Matt come in and be the producer, and he's gonna run the camera. I don't have to do any of
He
this.
can't be here. This is my thing.
That's true. Except for he's gonna become one of the new co-hosts.
No,
we
he's
are
not.
Yeah, I mean, he's
You're
in the
not
running as like been on here the most.
Then
right?
I'm coming with him.
Kokomo's next top co-host.
Yeah,
I will.
Whatever you
I
call
will
it.
be here with him.
Co-hosting. But this week we were lucky to have the marvelous Curator Bell.
Yeah.
I was like, I went to your page today and I was like, bro, you're getting up there. You're about to hit a K.
I'm trying. I'm really
Dude,
trying. We're
that's
working
crazy.
At like,
Yeah, so
it's
see
weird
this
to
beautiful
talk about.
face. Go to his page, the Curator Bell, and you guys can find him on there. He does that. But also, I got one more for you. We
What you
got
got?
one more here. We've got
I love my Vegeta cut there.
the In Your Howse podcast and Sports and
Yes.
Recreation page. Check that out, dude. Their wrestling memes have been fucking popping off lately. So you guys have got to check them out, man.
Yo, Jushin and Brian, we
Yeah.
added him to the page as an editor, and like everything is like just popping with that page.
I
But
like
like
it.
It's really moving.
I love this picture of you. Like I didn't even process it because I was like screenshot trying to get stuff ready for the podcast,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my, look at this picture of you. I like the bravado. It really captures the character.
I'm trying, yo. Trying to do some more stuff with House and the set. So like In Your Howse, the page is popping.
Yeah.
The podcast is actually popping right
I
now.
like this.
too.
Like, is this Fresh Prince like '90s vibe?
Yeah, that was the whole appeal.
I like it a lot. I really do.
with the intro and stuff like that.
Fuck
you know,
yeah.
Sometimes we just give Jushin an idea. We're like, hey, Fresh Prince,
Be on it.
and then like
Get on
this
it.
is what he does. So
He's
like,
good. He's good at what he does.
He is
Jushin-
really really good. I love
Jushin
Jushin.
Incredible. I don't think it's his real name.
I don't know if I know his real name. I don't.
Somebody
care to.
posted.
It's okay.
Somebody posted it on there. I think one day, and he was like, "Oh, don't use my government name." And I was like,
Oh man, I missed it.
I've always wanted to say, "Don't use my government name," and I can't.
It's
you know?
it's so weird because like I've never met Jushin, but like I love this dude
Oh,
to
yeah.
death because like I don't even know, like he just puts in so much work, and like I have so much appreciation for
okay,
him.
so I hope I'm not blowing up a spot, but is he from New York?
I think he lives in New York.
Hell
Like I said,
yeah.
I don't know a lot about him other
Yeah.
than like we love
He's
wrestling.
mysterious.
We talk about wrestling.
All
all
right,
the time,
I
and,
guess it's
like,
finally
that's
time
it.
to let him know I'm Jushin. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I didn't even know. Good job, man.
It'd be funny if I just had like a black alter ego. Don't say the word. I'm just kidding. The whole time. Just kidding. That would be the funniest thing is because I've heard people using like what do they call it? Internet blackface. Have you heard about this? People will call
Yeah.
it like is it social
like
media
when people
blackface?
use, like,
God,
gifs.
man.
They
Of,
brought
like,
up like
people of
using a
color.
To a
GIF.
whole new level.
I know.
Bro.
It's like,
I
like
didn't
if
even
you
think
use
about
like a
that.
React meme that's of a black person, you're like you're doing
It's cultural appropriation.
cultural blackface or internet blackface.
I use white people memes all the time.
I know. I think it's just people nitpicking.
I think so too. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I got a really funny video. I literally added this last minute because I was like, I need you guys' opinion on this, and it actually goes really well with what we're talking about because it's like another cultural weird thing that people. This is a hill that the guy wants to die on. Let me pull this up for you guys. But let me get the music.
And then put it down.
I'm gonna start it over.
Put the seat up to urinate, and then put it down after I'm done. At your request, that is 2 seat repetitions per urinary event. This arrangement means that if you go into the bathroom, you can just sit down and urinate and leave with 0 seat repetitions per urinary event. Would it not then be a fair and equitable marriage arrangement, creating a scenario where we are both responsible for only 1 seat repetition per urinary event? And she's gone.
So this guy's hill to die on is putting the seat up and down.
Why?
I don't know, man. I feel like he's doing a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
Look, just don't miss, and then 0 seat.
Don't even have to
Okay,
seat
well, I
put-downs.
stand on this side where you always put the whole seat down and then flush the toilet because you don't want the water to blow up into the
Yeah,
air.
that's also something. I just thought like the conviction of putting a seat up and down, and like he's got his girl in there, and he's like 2 urinary events. He has like a whole
Yeah, he made like a slideshow, a presentation
I need a
about
dictionary
it.
to know what this guy's talking about. And like at the end of it, I'm sitting there, and the entire time I'm just thinking, okay, he's out of line, but he's right. Okay, he's right. We shouldn't have to do all the work, but at the same time, like, chill, bro. Like, it's not that serious. We don't have to have babies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, ain't no baby going through my penis. So,
oh
like,
man, dude, imagine.
I don't want
Imagine.
To. I
Imagine
don't want
there's
to at
a
all.
baby coming out your schlong. It's a beautiful song.
My kids were all cut out. It's fine.
Your shirt is hilarious. You guys both have some
made it.
pretty legit shirts on today.
I made
Let me
mine.
go ahead and move you over to court. Look at, you can see like the devil. I'm a devil worshiper, and that one says that's disgusting. I like it.
Shout out MJF.
MJF.
Shout out me.
Oh, yeah, MJF is that Michael Jordan Peterson?
Something like that.
I don't know where I got the F from. I don't know why. Michael Jordan Fowler.
Feedersism.
Fallon. What?
You said feeder. You said
Peterson.
feedersism.
Peterson.
So it's feedersism.
That's my. How did you get my fucking secret burner Instagram about feet? Jordan Peterson.
Wow, we're finding out all your
Damn,
secrets
man,
today.
it's
They're
all coming out.
I knew it.
All the truth is coming out. Yeah, man. I saw that video and I was like, I have to throw that on here for you guys because this is the guy is so convicted about it, and I'm just like, bro, just. I had a.
You know, if you're gonna have a feeling about something, you gotta let it out.
He's got to be
You got-
passionate about something.
He is passionate. Look, I'm not saying it's the hill to die on.
Yeah.
I'm still lazy, and I just don't miss.
Yeah. I think the main thing is just
If
don't
that's the
even
only
move
thing
it.
in their
Leave it there.
relationship they're going to argue about, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah. And if you're worried about the seat up and down, just piss all over the seat. Eventually, she's just gonna
Yeah.
be so sick of
Pee
having
in
to
the
clean
bathtub.
it. Yeah, pee in the bathtub. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the sink.
Shower.
Sink, fine.
Pee in the bathtub. Shit in the sink.
Yeah.
Wow, do what you
it.
got to do.
Get one of those poop knives.
Poop knives. Let me get a
What's
poop
what's
knife.
it called when you poop in the shower and shove it down the drain?
The
fuck?
waffle stomp.
Yeah.
It's called the waffle stomp.
Why is there a
don't ask me
name
how I
for
know
this?
that. I know.
I
It's
feel like
a-
we've had this talk.
Yeah, we definitely have. It's waffle stomping those bad boys right down the drain.
Bro, the internet has ruined waffles forever.
Internet ruins everything. I saw this this really
internet.
deep image I wanted to bring up here, and it's like
Why are her boobs on the ground?
and well, you can't see it very well in this because of course, but there's her vagina is also on the floor.
Oh,
like her,
just
Wow.
you can
take
see it
them
over
and
here.
leave me alone.
Just take them and leave me alone. And then I
Throw
saw
me in
somebody.
the volcano.
It was like in a volcano, and then in the background I saw this. I was dying.
What?
Do you see the guy's response?
Oh.
Oh no,
mean-
you ain't slick. I need that mouth too.
Oh my god.
God, it's insane. Yeah, it's the type of stuff that you know the internet is made for.
Yeah.
It's to bring men and women together.
Yeah.
You think you're slick? Leave that. I don't know if I want the mouth. It's just too much of this. You know?
It's a lot. Can I get 50% of the mouth? Can I get the
No,
throat?
no, you want you want the mouth, but not the vocal cords.
Yeah, leave the vocal cord. Yeah, leave that out of there.
Yeah.
We don't need that. We don't need none of that. This is the misogyny podcast.
The misogyny wrestling podcast.
Yeah, that's what we got to talk about. Is you said okay? So if we're gonna bring out misogyny, you sent me
no,
this. You sent me this. All right.
You
and
left your
what is
dot?
it? I left my dot on there, and I said that. So this is like the hot crazy matrix apparently, and it's like the
You
hot
never heard of
axis
this?
versus the crazy axis, and then it's like you got to figure out where you got to figure out the date zone, like where the girl lies, in order to make the decisions you make going forward. And apparently,
You can only be so crazy if you're also hot.
yeah, like you can't.
You can't be ugly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hotter she is, the more crazy she's allowed to be. That's
Yeah.
that's like the idea behind this. But like, and then the corner, like the 10-10 is like unicorns don't exist, or 10-0 is unicorns don't exist.
Yeah.
Wife zone is like super hot, but like not that crazy. Date zones, you can date anybody all the way up, but you
You guys
can't
are
marry
such
them.
assholes to me.
You're the one that sent this to me. I don't want to hear it.
I just wanted to know where I was.
And I put your dot right there. You see where I put her? She's
Yeah.
like, "How dare you?" She said, "Are you gonna put me at a 5
I
for hotness?"
said that I was at 8 and then like a what, 5?
I said she's a 5 because for every kid you lose a point, so she'd be an 8. But she has 3 kids, so she's a 5.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, he's like
And then
harsh.
Matt did it.
Yeah.
who I'm dating, and he said that I was an 8 crazy, but like a 5, but like a 7 attractive. He
There you
made me
go.
a lot more crazy than you did.
That was nice of him. I think
Yeah.
you're a lot less crazy.
I mean, that's probably fairly accurate.
He put
That's a
me in the
fair
danger
grade.
zone, like on the border of it.
I think the
I mean,
funniest
that's
thing.
the fun part, man.
Yeah.
If your significant other isn't a little bit fucking crazy,
Exactly.
what the fuck are you doing?
They've got to
with
be
your
a little
life?
bit scared of you.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
if you don't fear a little bit of like domestic violence, not in that way, like what are you really doing with your relationship?
I think my favorite
Sorry,
part.
I'm Kokomo toxic and raised by Usher.
My favorite part of this graphic is 50% of women are like no-go zone. It's like how.
At least I was still on the bottom.
If you're a 5,
Kind of.
If you're a 5 and you're crazy at all, get the fuck out. That's pretty.
How does this matrix work per state though?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Like I wonder, like that's what I
Yeah.
wonder. Because like
Man.
in Indiana, 8-8, right?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to change. It's got to change.
Yeah,
You know?
would probably be in everywhere else.
I
3-3,
bet
so.
it would in Indiana because we're so like we don't, the girls are hot but they're not like California hot. It'd have to skew more towards
think it's
we'll
from-
deal with more crazy and less hot. Maybe just move this little matrix line over.
Just flip it.
It's from a show.
Yeah, isn't it from like How I Met Your Mother or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, some guy, it's been like a long.
But the chart
you've seen
always
that
stays the
video of
same every
guy?
time I looked it up.
Yeah, there's a guy that did like a whole video and he had like a whiteboard and he like broke it down
Mm-hmm.
and he was like a professor and it was like, what the fuck, dude? Could you imagine? But I mean, I've seen it, so clearly it worked. Whatever he did worked. People will do literally anything to be on the internet, and I think that's the main thing we've all learned is like people just want to be on the internet, and that kind of gets me into this a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but did you guys hear about the daycare workers that all got fired for scaring kids with a
Oh
screen
my god.
mask?
I
Yeah.
saw this.
It's pretty insane. So they put on the map.
They should have got a promotion.
They say
Fuck
screen
them
mask,
kids.
but that's not a scream mask. I'm a little bit annoyed by that.
I mean, yeah, that's a
Scream.
no. That's a different movie, isn't it? That's a.
That's be like The Nun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should know. They're a horror movie writer. You should know it all.
I am a
Them
horror
kids, that
movie
dude's
writer.
character.
I'm so happy about it.
I didn't say horror movie. I said horror,
It's a
movie writer.
horror or movie.
She still didn't catch it.
Now,
I did,
horror.
horror.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I said it's a horror or movie.
Oh, horror.
Horror.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
I got your joke.
You didn't get the joke.
You're such a dick.
It's the green hair.
Yeah.
It's messing with it. It's what was
Yeah.
messing with the mics earlier.
Crazy bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crazy, man.
No, what did Adam call
Green
me?
hair don't care.
Green hair, okay.
He
I
called-
missed the blonde. I was looking at old pics and I was like, man, he used to have the
Maybe
beautiful
one
blonde.
day.
Yeah, you were killing it with the blonde with the Cisco era.
I don't know what
Cisco
I'm gonna
era.
do.
Can we call that Cisco era Jordan?
No, because it wasn't like platinum silver or nothing like
But
that.
he did a lot of. No, he mostly just.
Kim won't do silver. I've tried to get her.
I that's probably a good idea for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Although she's like, can't wait for my hair to get fully gray, as if I don't have
So you
enough.
can be
of
like a
them
silver
anyways.
fox.
Yeah,
She's like, I
guess.
need a
don't
silver
know.
fox in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Apparently, it cranks me up on the hotness scale.
Oh. From daddy to zaddy.
But it also
It's
cranks
because
me up
she's
on the
really
crazy
into
scale,
Mr.
too, so-
Rogers.
She is.
Oh.
She is. When I wear cardigans,
Yeah, she's like, come on over.
It's like
I
when
wanna
Matt wears
be-
tracksuits.
It's the neighbor from the other side of the tracks.
Yeah.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Our OnlyFans is blowing up, by the way, too.
Dude, we're talking a little bit about here. I've been wanting to get this in for a couple weeks because I saw this and I was like, this is kind of insane. But the
What?
American Academy of Pediatrics said children with head lice should now stay in school.
Why?
I have no idea. I think it's because their kids fell behind during COVID. But I didn't even look at the article because this was enough to be like, yeah, I'm not going to fuck around.
Well, I
with
mean,
it.
if they stay in school, then they need somebody there to clean their hair.
That part, like,
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
if they're
but
gonna make the kids stay, they need to help treat them.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because they have like salons now where you go in and your kids can get treated for it.
Do we have any in town? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know of any either.
I mean, it's usually in like big cities
Yeah.
where it's like more rampant.
Is that what that new lice salon on Washington? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The lice salon.
lice salon.
The lice salon.
Yeah.
It actually sounds kind of cool. The lice salon.
Yeah.
If it's one word. The lice salon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
I was
Jordan.
trying to come up with another name, but I couldn't.
Like, I can't think of any
Something
other
with
good
bugs.
like something with bugs.
Something
It's gotta
bug.
be.
And I'm
But-
like, yeah.
Well, they're trying to get us to eat bugs now. I know you guys have seen that. You guys have to see that in the news.
You've been eating
No.
bugs already.
No, but I mean, they're like trying to like literally specifically eat
You act
bugs.
like
that
Fear
what pizza
Factor
rolls are?
wasn't 20 years ago.
You talking about the podcast guy who used to do Fear Factor?
Yeah,
Isn't that what pizza rolls are?
Pizza rolls, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, pizza rolls just got canceled.
Pizza roll, they did what they do this time.
They have a bunch of bugs in them.
I'm sure they do. They're fucking pizza rolls.
Isn't that like the ketchup thing? Like, didn't they have that for a while?
Remember when everybody used to think the liquid on the top of the ketchup was bugs?
It is, actually. I've told everybody that anyway.
I don't.
Did you hear about that though? Did you?
Well, I
Or
remember.
was that just like a thing?
I remember when we were younger, it went around like in schools. It was like, hey, if you eat like hot dogs or ketchup or any
Yeah.
of these things, they're allowed a certain portion of
Well, yeah,
bugs
that's
and
true.
mouse poop.
Yeah,
And we all
that's
know
with
that,
everything.
but it's because like, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Animals exist.
Microfeces
Yeah.
or something. I don't.
Microfeces. The microplastics in the water.
Yeah.
You guys seen that?
Yeah, it was like the plastics in the pizza roll or something.
Turning the frogs gay.
Well, my turn of frogs gay. So,
Yeah.
Alex Jones has been taking a hit lately. Rest in peace, King.
I don't know. Fuck him or something.
Yeah. You and I, we spent a lot of time on this podcast talking about Kanye, and I'm like, we've had a rough go for the last couple of weeks.
So what you're saying is I win?
No, I'm
I
still Kanye stan.
I'm not claiming this, Kanye.
You're claiming old Kanye?
I'm claiming some Kanyes. we'll say
Because he has so many personalities, you got to pick one.
well, yeah, which should make sense. I have those.
Yeah.
So
I mean, to be honest, it's a very confusing line of thought by Kanye. Like, it's the Jews' fault, but also I'm Jewish because I'm black and black's the Jews.
I don't
so it's
want
like
to
he's
say
blaming
the-
himself. Really.
I don't want to say the wrong thing, and then
We're gonna get demonetized real quick.
I really don't want to say the wrong thing. Because I know that like he's wrong in his stance.
Yeah.
Like
What-
it's
what
not
else has he
It's
done?
not Jews' problem or fault for
What
anything.
else did he do?
Like honestly, like Jewish people have been like one of the
He hates
biggest
Jews
like
now?
advocators.
You know about this?
for the black
No.
community?
Yeah.
For the
Last thing I
longest
heard was
time.
him trying to like. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Like he's just stupid. He said some dumbass shit.
He's bipolar. You know, he's got
but
some
also-
stuff going on.
So
I think his line of thinking is coming from like getting screwed and
Yeah.
watching people get screwed from people like Jimmy Iovine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
So
like
you're
I'm not apologizing for him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not my place or anything like that. But like, I think he's blurring too many lines there, and like I don't know, man. I love Kanye. I hope he's all right.
I just want more
he's
music.
just crazy and
Stop the politics, bring back the music.
he
We'll
got
all be
himself
happy.
fucked by Candace Owens and her husband. You guys see that?
Yeah, I didn't see the parlor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that he said he would buy it.
Ugh,
last
man.
thing I saw was him going up to like, was it Adidas or Nike, and showing him porn.
I don't know anything about that. I didn't
No?
see that. If it was anything, it'd be Adidas. He doesn't fuck with Nike.
It was
he's an
whoever
Adidas
does the
guy.
Yeezys. He went in
Yeah,
there
yeah.
to like talk to the CEO or something and like tried to show him a pornography of himself or something.
It's a good idea.
No.
And it had to do with like the concept of the.
Listen, you got to go balls
He
out.
got
This- in
kicked
this
out.
world.
I mean, it'll get views.
He said, Kanye walked in and you know what he said? He said, hey, I don't know if you saw the recent Uber facts, but the human anus can stretch up to 8 inches wide. And then he showed him. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Can't confirm. Somehow.
What happened with the Jews?
No, he said some weird shit and like he
Like
worded it
anti-Semitic
weird.
stuff?
It's there's a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh man, you should have pulled her. Should have had her pulled.
I know.
up,
I
but
had it pulled up a couple weeks ago. We never got to it, and then I
a
just
lot of
I
it's been
dropped it off.
deleted here lately. But he basically said that like Jews are ruining black people in a lot of ways, and they're taking advantage of the black
But
community.
he's talking from an entertainment space point of view. It's funny because do you guys know comedian Ari Shafir?
Yeah.
He's a big Jew. He's a big Jew. He's like a huge Jew. He was going to be like a rabbi. That's the crazy thing. He went to like Jerusalem, was going to be a rabbi and all that shit, and then he became a comedian.
Just to
hilarious.
know, I'm wearing a Jewish person's shirt.
Awesome.
So
Yeah. Is that why it's got that weird like cross stitching pattern?
no, no, MJF is just happens to be a Jewish person. So
Oh.
like, you know,
Well, how can he be a devil worshiper and a Jew? Okay, anyway.
it's a wrestling thing.
He's not really doing much for Judaism. I'm a
don't
devil
know.
worshiper.
Yeah.
No, but like the whole situation with him is like it's like an entertainment industry thing, and Ari Shaffir had a really cool point when he's like oh he's just talking about like entertainment stuff. He's talking about like his agent. He's like, this guy's literally just being like, my agent sucks. Like and he's like, but instead of saying that, he's making it general and saying like all and that's
that's exactly what he's doing. But like everybody's gonna blow things out of proportion. But also, this came on a podcast called Drinking Games, right?
The Drink Champs,
Drink Champs, where they're literally getting lit while having a podcast. So
yeah. Well, he posted something too that was like, I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews, which really didn't help his situation. Like, you probably shouldn't post. I'm gonna go. He lost his Twitter from that. I'm pretty sure, and his Instagram at one point. Are
you guys apologizing for him? Are you
no,
guys,
I don't apologize for other people. I don't apologize for myself.
Are you an apologist? For
I'm a Kanye. I'm a Ye apologist.
I blatantly stated like 45 seconds ago that I was
stop being a Kanye stan.
I'm a Ye apologist.
No, I mean I'm just saying college.
Well, they're mad at Taylor Swift right now. Did you see that? Taylor Swift.
Why are they mad at Taylor
Kanye
Swift?
and Taylor Swift are in the news just this time separately, but Taylor Swift dropped a new album.
Taylor Swift did something.
The Midnight Club, is that what it's called? The new album?
Midnight.
I thought it was Midnight Club.
Wow.
I don't know. But at one point, she steps on a scale and it says fat, and the fat phobic people are angry about her being like, oh, you're going to use because you don't want to be me. You just don't want to be fat like me. So you posted it. Yeah, they're really mad. They're like, Lizzo got rid of her spaz
mad
thing.
About everything.
Beyonce got rid of her. Everybody's always looking for a reason to be upset.
Lizzo shouldn't have got rid of her spaz thing. And I don't know what Beyonce had to get rid of.
Spaz? She said spaz.
Was it spaz or a Jeffrey Dahmer thing? Because she had one of those too.
No, I remember Katy Perry and Juicy J got in trouble for that.
She said something about eat you up like Jeffrey Dahmer or something.
Well, that was Juicy J. She'll eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. It was Katy Perry's song.
Yeah, it was a Katy Perry song. So what's that song? It's the one.
Wild Horse or something.
Something like that. Fucking weird. Dark Horse.
Yeah,
sorry, my brain was like.
Britney Spears got canceled for talking shit about Christina Aguilera's backup dancers.
What I don't appreciate is she wrote fat, and then fat people were like, hey, you're being fat phobic. But then also the same week we found out that actually anorexia isn't like, you don't have to be skinny to be anorexic. You can be fat.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, apparently. Makes a lot of sense to me.
I mean, it's an eating disorder. That doesn't mean that you're going to be skinny.
No.
But how can you be explain to me how you can be anorexic, which means you don't eat food, and be fat? Because that's not, those two things are mutually
I tried to lose weight before and I didn't really eat.
What?
I think that could be more of a learned thing, like where you got bigger, tried to diet and things like that, and then like you're just like, oh fuck it, I'm just not gonna eat.
Realistically, you tried to stop eating, right? And you were like, I'm gonna to lose weight, and it didn't work, and you like were successfully like, how long did you go without like eating?
I mean, I didn't like do it on purpose. I didn't starve myself. I wasn't anorexic.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people do get bigger, and like because of their health concerns, they can't lose the weight.
Oh, I completely agree with that, but I don't think that makes you anorexic.
But they could be also anorexic because it's a mental disorder.
So you can be anorexic, fat anorexic.
I mean, it's not something that's constant. Like you can be a bigger person and like eat for a while, and then like your mental health. I remember
an article came out. Sorry, this is going to go towards an article came out a long time ago with Tess Holliday. You know who Tess Holliday is, right?
No.
Super like, she's like a plus size model, like huge, has a huge following, and came out and she said she's anorexic. To me, that doesn't. Those two things do not like.
I mean, it's not. It doesn't. They don't correlate. You don't have to have one certain body type to be anorexic. Like,
so anorexia is you.
Anorexia is just is the disease of not wanting to eat and starving yourself.
Disease.
Like, well, it's like a mental health disease. Like,
okay. So you want to starve yourself. You want it, but like you still do.
It's like bulimia and like.
Well, bulimia you throw up.
Like depression. Like depression comes and goes. You can still
have bulimia. Too.
Yeah, that to me tracks. That tracks, yeah, because I can understand eating and then throwing up and maybe not being successful at it.
But then that, like,
but the anorexia, it's not for everybody. It's not like you're constantly not eating.
Yeah,
like you'll it comes in spurts, like depression, anxiety, and stuff.
It feels like we're redefining things. That's what it feels like. What anorexic was when we were younger was not this. We have changed the definition of anorexia to mean that you have like a really negative. Attitude of eating, so you go long periods maybe without eating, and then you gorge yourself. That's not anorexia, at least as far as
binging and gorging.
Yeah, that's not the same. But that's why I think they're trying to
anorexia.
merge these two things together in order to create like this mixed category where like when we were younger, we know what anorexia looks like. If somebody says, "Oh, she's anorexic," you have an idea in your head.
But you have to start somewhere.
Like
these people could be obese and then become anorexic. Like that doesn't mean that. Like,
I just can't see the dysmorphia in that. I mean, it starts as body dysmorphia, right? And then you become anorexic because it's like you're making a decision. But a lot of it is looking in the mirror and seeing something different. Like a lot of the people that have anorexia, their self-image is so fucking warped that they can't like wrap their head around like, oh, you're too skinny, you're losing too much weight, you're sick.
They have to be.
So imagining somebody who's like the opposite direction and they're anorexic at the same time.
There's like extremes.
To everything.
There's extremes. Like,
well, but that's where I'm saying they're turning it from it's a very specific thing to being very like, oh, you're anorexic this week. Like, come on, like that's a little weird to me.
I think you're looking at it as a standpoint of, oh, that person's anorexic, I can see their ribs, sort of thing, and like even those people, they are. You're able to kind of like battle your anorexia, but you kind of like, even if I don't know, like even I assume if you have to like force yourself to eat or like go to doctor said thing like
okay,
that,
so in order to lose weight though, you kind of not necessarily in this definition of anorexia, like if we take anorexia from being like what it was to what they're trying to create, what it is now, which is somebody who is overweight who doesn't want to eat for long periods of time because of their overweight. I
think you're seeing it as more of like the image of the person and not the mental disorder.
No. I'm saying like, mental disorder, but I'm saying like you can. To me, if you have to actualize like a mental disorder, right? Like you can't just say, oh, I'm anorexic and then continue. Like anybody can say that, oh, I'm anorexic and then continue eating. And it just seems like it's a weird thing to be like, I know from losing weight and losing weight, people can see me in multiple different stages of gaining weight, losing weight over time, that the way I lose weight is I don't eat it so much. And to me, the whole concept of knowing like how calories in and calories out work, how, losing weight works, it doesn't really track for me to be like, oh, I'm anorexic, but I'm also like 200 pounds overweight. Like, I mean, you're at the weight plus 200. Like this person in this graphic is clearly obese. Like nothing against her. I obviously, I don't wish any negative towards anybody who's overweight as an overweight person. But like, if you're obese and you're anorexic, maybe you do have a fucked up relationship with food.
There are a lot of people that
there has to be, they need to come up with another fucking name for it though.
I think there are a lot of people that are anorexic, but they're larger people. Like,
yeah,
I just don't think that tracks.
I think you're generalizing the term.
Yeah, I think you're making it seem like anorexic people have to look a certain way. I think you guys are doing the other. Well, this is what I'm talking about. I think you guys are taking it and saying broadly we can just take it. See, this is what I think society in general, and it's a lot of reason why a lot of people are fighting constantly, is because we keep generalizing terms over and over and over again to the point where they really don't mean anything. Right. They're also generalizing terms, but they're also coming up with so many more.
to describe something.
Well, then you're not depressed anymore. You're not depressed.
Too.
Like, but that we have to have. I think as a society in general, I love this conversation. By the way, I know it's like seems like we're all like but I want to I think we're getting somewhere cool.
This is the kind of conversations we have in our text.
I love it. Yeah. It's the good shit. I think I referenced
podcast was made from.
Yeah, and I referenced the conversation we had a couple weeks ago. I think about something like this. But to me, with things like this in society in general, I think a lot of people are getting left behind because we have terms that mean something, and then we have people who are paid a lot of money in universities to take these terms, bastardize them in a million different ways, and then they start to mean something else, and then they're like, oh, but you're not. And I think it started, and obviously I'm nothing against anybody, but I think it started a lot in gender studies, where like we took, we said, hey, we're gonna, it's a spectrum now. But I think now everything, and I completely can understand that, but now everything is becoming a spectrum, and we laugh at the race issue, like the Rachel Dolezal thing. We laugh at that because you're like, you can't be another race, but it's also just another arbitrary made up thing, right? But there are consequences to everything, whether you're male, female, non-binary, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. There's consequences to actually being these races that are real life consequences. And I think in academics, people blur the lines and then they don't deal with the consequences, are just not dealt with. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. And I think it's the same with this anorexia thing. I think in general we keep blurring the lines to the point where, like you said, everything's made up. Completely agree, but we agree culturally on certain things that's finite, so that we aren't like in a constant state of trying to figure shit out. Because like
everybody has to have a label for everything.
Yeah.
So when you get the label that other people have, you kind of make the people that had it originally not as
them. You alienate them, and you make them
like this person obviously isn't the same as this person, but they have the same diagnosis.
Yeah.
And this person gets all the backlash from it, and this person's just like, well, I have this.
I think mostly what you're discussing is that every single person on this planet wants to be the most individual,
the most special,
right?
I'm the most special,
and there is a problem with that because people can't even have their own things and have their own identities without it being taken from them. You know, you talk about mental health, like, and we discuss things like that, but there's people that use mental health as a crutch, you know, just to get through their or steal people's actual mental health problems,
or even worse, as a weapon. They use it as a fucking weapon.
All of it, and like,
and a shield, and a
I don't think we're gonna get away from that, because as we realize in this culture that, hey, like, I kind of am this certain way because I am just fucking this way, right? Like I don't think it's going to get any better necessarily.
It's going to get worse.
Absolutely, it's going to get worse.
I feel like everybody now needs a label for everything that they feel.
You guys ever heard of the concept of like the social contract? I mean, I know like we're born into this world against our will.
I always scroll down and hit agree.
Just agree on all the, except terms and conditions fucking get me through here.
Yeah.
But the problem is the first ever contract you signed was signed by your parents before you were even born, and you had no choice in it. And that's always the joke, like, I didn't even choose to be here, and here I am. Mm-hmm. And it's like one of those things, like the social contract is as long as we all understand the terms, it's easy. And I think this where it goes into that idea of people, like, it's conspiracy theory or whatever, you guys can say whatever it is about it, but the Great Reset, and that's one of the things they bring up a lot, is in the Great Reset concept, which is, it's a real thing. It was at that economic forum or whatever. It's a real thing, but people like will like embiggen it into meaning something more than is, or maybe they're right. We don't know.
Better or something.
Yeah, build back better, baby. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's make America great again,
it's
guys.
super weird that 24 different countries have that same slogan.
I know, isn't that weird? Everybody's just, I mean that, but like, talking about all this and like everything's a social construct. It's a joke, like the joke of like everything's a social construct, but like it really is. It's all part of the social contract. And like if you don't know if the terms are constantly changing, like it's like simple terms like the word the term person of color. Like if you said that to some like our parents' age people, like, and called them a person of color 20 years ago, they would have been like, "What did you call me?" But now that's the apropos. That's the language people want to hear. A lot of people
don't love it.
You still
kind of cringy.
But you also grew up around. You know, it's like even younger than us. I think.
Honestly, I'm just a dude.
I'm just a dude.
Right.
Did you guys hear about I'm bringing this up because I think this is an interesting thing. But did you guys hear about Little Feather? Apparently, isn't even a Navajo. God. So Little Feather. Do you guys remember ever see the when Marlon Brando won the Academy Award for Godfather? You might have seen it on my page. Little Feather, Sachin Little Feather came up and she accepted his Academy Award. Yeah. And there was like a whole big thing where John Wayne was like trying to, like, they had to hold him back from like attacking her. It was like a whole thing. Well, it turns out her sisters came out and said that she's actually ethnically Hispanic. She was never a Native American.
Really?
So she was claiming Native American status, and like her last name was like Cruz. And it just goes back to say that. Like,
I mean, she does look kind of Native American.
She does look. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
But
Rachel Dolezal before Rachel Dolezal.
My grandma always says that Hispanics come from
Native,
like Mayans and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, also true, right? Like not made up, fabricated or anything.
No, like the conquistadors went down there and they're like, man, might as well fuck. And they had a lot of babies with these Native women, and you know, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, you know, that's up to people to decide, because these people are living now and they're human beings. But it probably wasn't great at the time. A lot of fucked up shit. But I mean, it's no different, I guess, than it's no different than what the shit that, you know, like when we think of Thomas Jefferson or James Madison and the shit that happened with them. You know what I mean?
When it wasn't it Christopher Columbus Day not too long ago?
Yeah. Indigenous Peoples Day.
Came over to America and said, "I'm gonna manifest this pussy."
He said, "I'm coming through." He's like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm taking everything. Just so you know, come on, including the pussy." Yeah.
Didn't he accidentally come here?
He didn't even make it here. He made it to like the West Indies. Yeah. He never stepped foot on North America. He was like, "Hey, we found an island. Let's just hang out."
Yeah.
No. How are you gonna know? Like, there weren't maps. Fucking Google wasn't around yet. Like,
Oh my
he's
God.
still a shit person. Fuck that day, but like,
He
I
showed
don't
up
blame
and
him
was
for
like-
getting
He's
lost.
looking for India, like literally India, which is one of my favorite stories ever. Is like because they're like, hey, we're gonna go to India. Who are brown people? We all know they're Indians are brown people. They're like, we're gonna go to these spices, and they get there and they're like, oh, we found some other brown people. Fuck it, and they're just like, let's kill them. Let's destroy everything. And it's like
we can't gain nothing from these guys.
Yeah, that's where I think is one of the weirdest concepts ever. Is just the fact that they were like, hey, we're gonna go and take this corn and head out.
Because the motherfuckers were on a boat for like 2 years straight, and then they're like landed, right? And then like was like people other than us, let's kill them. Confined spaces.
Like
and
I'm
shit.
bored.
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking a little bit about mental disorders, and we're having a lot of issues in America in general. And I guess there was this Vox article talking about how some psychiatrists believe we could save tens of thousands of lives a year with a simple low-cost intervention, putting small amounts of lithium in our drinking water the way we put fluoride in to protect our teeth. What do you guys
I'm
think
down.
about that? You're down? Just
Yeah.
fucking throw it in there.
Just make me happy.
All right.
What are you thinking about that?
Just give me shrooms or something, man. Like,
Yeah, let's just all microdose.
See, like, who needs lithium? Just put psilocybin in the water.
yeah.
Lithium is
It's
isn't
probably
that what
already
they
in
give
there,
to
to be
people
honest.
like
What?
when they're like bad?
Lithium?
Yeah.
No, it's like for people that have like mental disorders.
Yeah, but it's like one of the last chance like medicines they give people.
Could you? Well, apparently it does help a little bit. Well,
Oh, it's supposed to help, but it's also not very good for you.
no, not at all.
No.
And then batteries, isn't lithium batteries?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
highly, highly dangerous.
No, that's like lithium ion.
Get on it, right? Different. But it's lithium is highly, highly dangerous. You get on it, it's very, very hard for you to get off. Almost impossible for people to
Yeah,
get
that's
off,
like one of the
but
last chance.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to
Medicines.
be able to get off. That's all I'm saying.
You can't.
You'd never.
Damn
you're
it.
stuck.
It would ruin the population because
ultimate
everybody
blocker.
would
This
have.
is random. When you were in boot camp, did they tell you guys the random conspiracy come around where they're like they're putting stuff in our food to make it so we can't get hard? Did you ever hear that one?
Yeah.
When I was in boot camp, they told us they
Could you guys still get hard?
They said sawdust. They're putting sawdust in our food.
Why would
so we can-
sawdust do that?
I don't know, dude. I guess it's the opposite.
Did it
It's
work?
wood.
It
They're
didn't.
like-
It didn't work for you.
I was around-
I did not jerk off the entire time I was in boot camp. I'll say that.
Yeah, I didn't have a reason or
did it.
visual
I know,
aids
it's
to
like,
fucking jerk off, man.
You know how many people I saw jerking off though? There was like they had like etiquette,
Well, you guys all slept like in. Did you?
and it was like 50
Yeah.
or 80 to a room,
Yeah.
and it's like
And
bunk
there's
beds.
like every other person is jerking
Well,
off
there
at
was
the same time.
etiquette. There were guys that would say, "Okay,
I
if you
imagine
come
it's
by."
really gay.
So there's one person that has to stay up all night. So you do an interchangeable watch. It's like an hour-long watch or half-hour watch. So you
Yeah.
get up and you have to like shake the gun out, and you have to have like it's all supposed to be like a ship, like you're on watch, on duty. And it was fake for where we were. I know you guys probably had a little bit different of a
We
setup.
had like barracks and shit, but same idea and concept. We had like CQ
Yep.
duty and
Yep.
shit like that. So.
Exact same thing. But there was a rule like if you came by a bunk and you saw the sheet was up with the knee up, that you didn't talk to that person because you knew they were jerking it.
That was highly specific. The
Yeah.
sheet up, or like if somebody's holding the sheet up. or
No,
something.
their knee, like if so, like you'd be laying down and their one knee would be up, like you'd be able to tell it's like they're pitching a tent.
So like, that was a real thing.
People did it, yeah. There was one guy. There's this thing called ASMO, and I don't know if you guys have that, but in the Navy we have this thing called ASMO, which is like where you've been in for a while and then you missed movement,
Dudes
and
are
then they move
fucking
you
weird.
back. I know, and they move you back, and then I don't know. I've seen enough OnlyFans girls to know that women are fucking weird too, especially like
yeah.
there's a whole gaggle
It's
of you
just
girls
really,
out here just like
we
fucking
would
each
just
other.
we would just be doing it to each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. You guys would just.
Yeah.
The difference is homophobia. The difference between you guys is you guys don't have internalized homophobia.
No, not at all.
And we have.
We're fine.
So
I can't do it. I missed it.
people watching this podcast are like, what the fuck is going on? No, but like it's an internalized homophobia. But like it's the same thing. I thought that was actually really progressive of our group to be like, hey guys, if you want to jerk off, it's fine. Just make sure you put the knee up. And everybody's like, all right, we got it.
No, it absolutely is. It's a sign of, hey, I got you. I understand you got needs.
You would think
Like-
that dudes would be more comfortable with that kind of shit because you guys are always like, you guys
Talking
like
about it.
never
I think-
argue and you talk about it all the time.
I think generally,
Yeah.
like we are, like you kind of just know, hey, something.
but you guys
know.
are like not you guys, like
Yeah.
men in general
Yeah.
are like so scared of people thinking they're gay.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's changing nowadays. We're all
Fuck.
gay.
Well, yeah,
You
but I
think
mean,
I'm
it
gay
used
if you
to,
want
like-
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is just access to information and realizing that, like, so when we were younger, without the internet and
Like,
it
don't
just now
touch my
coming
butthole,
up.
that's gay.
Well, we didn't know like
I mean,
that
yeah,
other that you
yeah,
didn't.
a little bit.
We didn't have the information that was like,
Let's be
hey,
fair.
just because you touch your butthole
many
doesn't
women
make you
I wanna
gay.
touch my
What makes you
butthole?
gay is having sex with a man.
Yeah.
I've told people that like you could actually not even having sex, loving a man. I think you could, I think a case could be made for having sex with a man but not being gay because you don't really want to date him. I think it's a fetish.
It's a fetish.
We don't have sex.
Not yet. Check out our OnlyFans. Kevin is OnlyFans is not going to go mine in Georgia.
Yep. Are you guys doing a collab?
Yeah, we're collaboration. Yeah. These girls do on OnlyFans, dude. They're like, well, we're going to collab. And it's like, they're just in a room wearing similar style outfits. And it's like, hi. And I'm like, you guys.
Me and Matt are going to start an OnlyFans and you have to subscribe.
I will throw up. I cannot see my homeboy fucking a girl. It's just not my thing, you know? And not unless I'm in the room. If I'm in the room, it's different.
What? Collab.
We've all been there.
I mean, we've all met Jordan. He's gonna just throw ideas out. Hey,
yeah, the whole time he's gonna be like critiquing us.
Go 85 degrees.
You're the cameraman. God damn it.
Hey, if you're gonna moan, you need to do it in a different pitch because that one's just not great for the camera.
Can you twist for me?
Hey, Matt, I'm getting a little auto butthole in this one. Can we?
You're gonna auto-tune my yelling?
Yeah. No. Gonna make an entire fucking little pump video. You fucking
Bro, that probably would go hard in the streets, honestly.
Yeah. We can no longer have Maddie Kroll on the podcast with you. So I think that's the one thing about you guys dating is I will not be in the middle of, I will not be the third wheel in a relationship. This is on a tricycle. I'm not.
You don't like to watch?
No, I'm not really interested in watching my buddy Matt.
You should be.
That'd be funny though.
But
I think it'd be interesting.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good? Solid?
Yeah.
Hey Matt, that's she said that's solid. How many thumbs? The third one's in her ass. That's awesome. No, I mean it's cool that you guys are dating. I think it's been a long time coming. You guys have been friends for 10, 12, 15, 20
18 years,
13 years. Something like that. Nobody knows for sure. He's been watching you as you were young and you're older.
He was my babysitter when I was little.
I knew it. It's not true at all. God, I gotta dump you out when you do that every time.
I'm sorry.
I know, she's a cougher. Quit using your vape on the podcast. No. I found a vape that you actually might be interested in.
Where can I get it?
I mean, apparently somewhere with Asian people. They always have the coolest shit first.
I want. Look.
Oh man, he's blown. This is, where am I at, dude? Sorry. Can we get the real stuff?
I didn't
we can.
I didn't bring it. Sorry.
I have organic vape at the store. It's just a cigarette. Organic.
I brought
vape.
my CBD.
Some CBD.
God. Well, I mean, if you guys want a CBD something here, did you guys hear about this? Boston University is creating a new COVID strain that has an 80% kill rate. They're just like, hey, let's just make more of this shit.
Well, I mean, I assume they're creating it
to learn how to fight it,
study it, to learn how to fight it. Yeah, but
until one of them catches it.
Listen,
and then
I've seen iRobot.
I've also seen Resident Evil.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Mad sure this is how the dawn of the
end
of civilization.
I was thinking I Am
happens.
Legend. I said iRobot and I meant I Am Legend because they're both I.
I know what you meant,
and they both have Will Smith.
And they
probably
both have
all the same. By that time, they're all.
I knew what you meant instantly.
Like fucking what's his face Tesla dude will have
Elon.
Yeah. His robots will be good. You guys seen those, right?
Yeah.
So they'll kill all
the Boston
Dynamics.
I mean, this is funny because it says Boston University, but I know Boston Dynamics is the name of that company that comes out with all those crazy robots. The ones that where they kick them over and you're like, why are you beating up the robot? And they're gonna remember this.
See, this
Please
is
don't
why
do this.
LA was right. Fuck Boston.
Did you see Did you see the trailer for that new movie with the robot girl?
Oh shit! Tell me about this.
It's a horror movie where the girl's, I guess her family died and they make a robot version of her.
Yeah, I feel like that's a trope.
So it's like her friend, and then the robot
isn't that a Black Mirror episode?
Kind of.
The guy's wife dies, and then he replaces her, and then it's like a whole weird.
It's like a child robot. It's supposed to be like a play toy thing, and then it starts killing people to protect her.
Well, I guess that's one.
It's creepy as shit because she starts dancing and stuff.
Sweet.
She's doing like TikTok dances.
No, yeah, they really are. But then it's and then it turns into Pennywise dancing.
Well, it could be worse. I mean, imagine if you donated your mom's body to science and then found out they were using it. The military bought it to blow it up.
That's old.
I know, but I was like, this is so funny. Yeah, it's from July 2019. Wow. But could you imagine? You're like, they're gonna learn a lot for with Jeffrey. Did you guys saw the Dahmer series?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you remember when they're like, should we give his brain to science or not? Blah blah blah. They're going back and forth.
Oh, I never watched the ending.
It's like they imagined they were gonna do that, and then they're like, oh, we're just gonna blow it up, and then fucking the military explosion.
That's funny. That's actually horrible. Did he do it or did he get her back?
No, they blew her up.
They really did fucking blow her up?
For $6,000.
For $6,000.
Did he give her?
What the fuck was he gonna do with her?
Did he get the money?
No, I think that he donated it. That's what I said. He donated it, her money to science, and then body.
He donated her body to science, and then the science paid $6,000.
Yeah, man who donated his mother's body to an Arizona Center for Alzheimer's research.
The research center sold it to the military for $6,000. Okay.
I mean, I don't blame him. Burial costs are not cheap, man. It's expensive to bury a
so
motherfucker.
Gross.
He got $6,000 and like
no. You're
no,
misreading
he didn't
it.
get the money. The Arizona Alzheimer's people did.
So he donated it so they could do Alzheimer's research. They were like, "Oh, we only need the brain. Let's just," and then they go, "Quick, come up. We're just going to flip this for $6,000 to the U.S. military." So they can blow
when you
her
donate
up.
a body to science, they usually will use it for science and then send you back the ashes.
Yeah.
For free,
Tell me why you know this.
I do a lot of I talk about. I'm not a murderer.
Cortni's a murderer.
I wanted to be a mortician.
Have you guys seen the Blackbird series on Apple TV?
No, tell me about it.
Highly recommend.
Is that the one you were watching when I was there?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What is it?
So highly recommend this because it's a serial killer story about a guy who was a serial killer around the Indiana area.
Yeah.
So a lot of places that you guys around here will know are prominent in the story so far, like Wabash and Marion and some places in Illinois.
Did they catch the guy yet?
Yeah, this was back in.
Okay, good.
It's really good. It's a good show.
It's actually really good. Basically, or it's based on
you're gonna
true
get
story
murdered?
and things like that.
I don't think you're in the general dynamic.
No, the joke
of
is
the
that
guy.
I was the murderer and that this guy got.
Oh no, I thought that you were gonna get.
That's why I was
murdered.
like, they caught him, right? Like, hey, they caught him.
I totally missed that.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good. I was just goofing off.
Yeah.
So it happened in the area. So where did it start? Where's he from? Do you know?
He's from Wabash.
Wabash. Okay.
Yeah. Originally from Wabash, born and raised there. Started killing people there and throughout the Indiana area and Illinois area.
Yeah.
Used to be. His name is Larry something.
I don't know. But didn't he try to turn himself in a couple times?
Hill or something like that. Yeah. The craziest thing is, like she said, he tried to turn himself in a lot.
Yeah.
He said but he had multiple personality, right? Where once he would try to turn himself in, the cops would interrogate him. His whole scenario would flip. I didn't kill nobody. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He said he was having dreams of people. He was having dreams of killing people.
So
and then
they're
he would go and turn himself in.
These are oddly specific to things that actually happen in real life. Yeah, he's crazy. Just let him go.
Yeah, and then the police kept letting him go.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, shout out Indiana Police Department. You've been
It's all police departments.
killing people
every
for
serial
years
killer.
now.
I don't think there's an Indiana police, but Indiana State Police maybe.
No. It's the whole state of
Every single one.
He would
When
do
did this
it, and then
happen?
he would turn himself in.
Is it before pre-internet? Because pre-internet's a lot harder for these precincts to talk.
This was pre-internet.
being
I should
fair.
have prepped this, but
I hate being fair. No, that's cool. I mean, it's a cool concept regardless. I mean, things could be worse. You could have two fathers that kill each other's. This is random too. Do you see this?
Two fathers shoot each other's daughters during Florida road rages.
What the fuck?
Why?
Well,
I'm really pissed at you. I'm going to kill your daughter. Not if I kill your daughter first.
I don't know if I blame the second guy. Fully.
What the fuck? Did you just kill my daughter?
I'm sorry. Is that too far?
An eye for an eye, motherfucker.
I mean, at that point, you done killed my kid, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I fully blame the second guy. I'm just throwing that out there.
Just kill the guy.
Why would you kill the kid? That just makes sense.
It sounds like some weird shit you would have found, heard about in the 1700s when it's oh, you killed his daughter, so you gotta let him kill your daughter.
Yeah.
And it's well, no, but it's what's that old Bible story about the two women fighting over the baby, and that's why King David was so King Solomon or King David was so white. It's we'll cut the baby off. Yeah, well, you seem like you're really into Jesus.
I am.
He's got the devil worshiping shirt. You're the first one I had to ask because the devil worshiping shirt.
Yeah. Really into Jesus.
Well, the story was that Solomon was going to cut the baby in half.
So they each get half?
So they each
Who
get
gets
half.
the bottom half?
And the one woman was like, no. And so that was the woman he gave the baby to because obviously he would,
She cared about the baby's life.
Yeah. So the other one was like, sure. Yeah, that works.
I didn't pay attention in church.
Yeah, you seem like you wouldn't.
I grew up Catholic.
Makes
sense, right?
You grew up Catholic?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did.
It's because you're Mexican? Oh, yeah, you're not Mexican.
I'm Asian now because I lost all my tan.
Yeah, your eyes are more... I didn't want to say the word.
No, yeah.
That's one way to get canceled. One way to get canceled this week.
Me and Matt have been having this argument forever. You can't say that.
You can't just say you're like Indian, right?
I think
like
that's why that popped in my head anyway, because we had this conversation.
Because
You can't say that. We used to say it all the time when we were... Like, when people would smoke back in the day, like, look a little... You know, and use that CH word, but it's a slur.
Oh, I can't say that word
No.
No.
But my eyes get...
Yeah, you can't say that.
Sarah Silverman just got called out for it from saying it in like the 90s.
But I'm not describing people. I'm describing my eyes.
I know, but then
They get all like...
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna end up saying
to
it.
be fair, if somebody said they in-rigged something, you know, like jerry-rigged, and that, you'd still be like, "Whoa, they're not talking about me." But
Oh,
There
was-
somebody at work said that. Did I ever tell you guys that? No joke. Like, this place I used to work, somebody was working and they were talking to somebody else, and it was a line of mostly, you know, black people. Like, it was just happened to be what it was because particular place. And this woman said, "Yes, I just in-rigged it in front," and then stopped what she was doing and was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that." And she was like, it's fine. The other lady was like, just leave me alone. It's fine. And then they had the girls' representatives came down and they're like, hey, like, just, they're not going to pursue it. They're not going to do anything. They just want you to leave them alone for a while. Just kind of go your own way, do your job. They're not trying to get you fired. Very union, you know, the union type of thing. And then the lady, being who the lady was, told the person in charge, and the person in charge had to send it to HR because that's their rules. Anytime anything like that. So they were gonna get away with it, and then they told management.
Oh my God!
And this person got fired.
Oh wow!
They got fired
for
it
a while, and then moved to a different plant. You know, shit works.
Yeah, yeah.
This happened at Tyson, by the way. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying a different place. A different place. But I was like,
Park 100.
Somebody told me that.
My job has a name.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I just go to this building.
I just couldn't imagine. Could you imagine that lady being like, did you see the video of the guy that said neighbor and said the wrong word? Mm-hmm. That was insane.
How do you mix those up?
I don't know, but he did it. And then after the video, he's just sitting there like, and he's like rubbing his head like, did I just really just, how did I just, and I'm like, you know what you said, bro.
Yeah.
It was pretty clear.
Yeah. You were thinking what you thought, and then you said it.
I like when people get like instant, like something happens instantly to them. Like they're like instantly like, oh, yep, you're fucked. I like that.
Shit.
Instant karma, is that what it's called? Instant, well, guess I got caught. It's over.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be worried about this. But we sit here and record ourselves saying bullshit. So there's always a chance.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that pollution is making women anorexic?
Oh, we're talking about anorexia again.
No, I'm just joking.
Again?
It's not popping up. I don't know why it's popping. There you go. Yeah. It's actually making people fat, but that's the joke.
Air pollution is making women fat.
Yeah.
And anorexic?
Women specifically, not men. Just women. Just women.
Is that what? Oh,
Why are you always getting fucked up?
Why
sorry,
are
I'm
women
just
so weird?
I'm just fat. Am I still allowed to be like make fat jokes?
I don't know. I think there's a certain amount of time, like recidivism. Maybe
It's not even been a year yet.
you're close though. You're getting how much did you
November 15th.
overall lose?
Right now I'm at 110.
Jesus,
No.
you lost an actual anorexic
Yeah,
person.
110. I am 5 pounds away from what I weighed in high school, and I can now wear my children's clothes.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like you won't really fit in Castiel stuff very well. I think you're lying.
Castiel can wear Alexis's clothes.
Damn, boy, thicky.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Me and Elena can wear like 14, 16 kids, and I can wear her pants.
Yeah. Does he is he eat well, or does he like eat everything, or is he just?
Oh, he eats constantly.
So
he's always hungry.
He eats healthy, but he eats whatever.
I mean,
He looks
for the
like
most
Tank.
part, like the dinners I make are healthy. The snacks that he wants in between are not.
yeah.
Like
That's
he
usually how it
constantly
works.
wants ramen.
That seems normal.
Yeah.
That's not
And
unhealthy.
instead of like the water or whatever, I use like the broth, so it's like he's getting something.
Yeah, you're giving him some type of flavor. My boy got into football and lost a ton of weight. That's right. I mean, once he get in the stuff.
I have a feeling once he gets like older and like it'll even out a little bit. Maybe I hope.
Yeah.
The problem was like I was breastfeeding and he was
you really
supplementing
can't
too.
do much for a young kid because you don't. I'm not depriving a kid. I mean, obviously you
Right.
can be like, oh, no snack now, but like
Right.
you can't
Or if
really
you want
like
a snack,
do
eat
anything.
this instead.
And you don't
Like-
want to develop like an eating disorder of some sort, and
Right.
like by like so you kind of just let it go, but also you have to find a way to like make them make good decisions. It's really rough. It's hard, man. Kids
Like
are
instead of
tough.
sodas, he gets waters and stuff.
We
and
all
I buy
have
him
multiple
juice.
kids. Like we have so many fucking kids. We have like a football team at least.
I'm
between us,
worried
right?
because his dad is diabetic. So like
yeah, if type 1 or type 2.
2.
2? Damn. His dad's pretty skinny for a type 2 diabetic.
I mean, he got bigger as he got older.
Yeah. I wonder, but I mean, it's a pancreas thing, so maybe it's
Yeah.
just not being able to process the sugar the same way
I don't think he's diabetic yet. Like I don't
anymore.
No, Alex is, but
Mm-hmm.
Castiel, I don't. I've talked to the doctor about it. He said as long as he's fine, he's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing is like with kids in general, is trying to figure out like how to strike a balance between like what.
And going back and
What's
forth to like
fair and what's
grandparents and
not.
stuff, and them feeding him stuff, and
Yeah.
and
Chubby kids are awesome though. I
Yeah,
like chubby kids.
I love him.
It's like chubby adults is like, oh.
yeah,
Chubby kids is like, oh, what's up, buddy? What you
Yeah.
doing, guy? You
yeah.
know what I mean?
He looks
The
like a
chubby
grown
adult.
ass man.
Yeah, he hasn't started school yet or anything yet either.
No.
So that's also part of it. I have a friend of mine, her son, he's always been a thick boy, very, very similar in physical stature to Castiel was when he was at that age. And he
I just
spent,
see your kids are the same age and like
yeah,
they're tiny.
but she, not really, because, yeah, I guess you're right, but they're also little. Like, like my middle is like he's tiny as a person in
Right.
general. He's just his face is tiny. He's just little. Whereas my friend, she had a thick boy, and he's been putting work in. He decided, he's in like 5th grade, 4th grade, and he decided he wanted to put the work in. He made all this decision, and the kid has lost so much weight. He looks like a completely different kid.
I don't get it because he's constantly moving.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
child never sits down.
Yeah, he must just like be killing it out there, dude. I love it, dude. I think it's good though. I think kids, as long as you gotta get them active, keep them
Yeah.
doing things, getting off the iPads, off
Like he
the,
rides his bike through the house every day.
yeah,
That's fun.
that's
That
hilarious.
has to be fun.
Oh my god.
I love the fact that he's just like, hey, beep beep, can I get an Uncrustable to go? Thanks so much. Let me
That's how
stop
I
by the
pull
kitchen.
He's got one of those little
That's
bikes.
how I pull up. I mean,
Yeah.
He's got one of those little bikes that it's 2 wheels, but it doesn't have like pedals.
Yeah, it's like
So
the
he's,
helping
like,
balance,
scooting.
the balance
Yeah.
bike. Yeah, those things are cool. It's like a radio flyer.
He rides everywhere.
nice.
My house isn't even that big.
Yeah,
I
Yours are
trip
getting
on that
bigger.
damn thing constantly.
Yours are all
Mine-
bigger.
Your house
huge.
is super nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, since you've been on here last, you bought a house. Yeah, congratulations,
I've done
man.
a lot of weird things
I
since
know,
I've been
man.
on here last.
You have, man.
Yeah, I bought a house. That's like stress, but good stress, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Kim are thriving.
We're trying. I mean,
Flirting,
we're working
30,
really
40,
hard.
and
though.
thriving.
Trying. We're
Yeah.
doing a lot of hard work as far as that goes. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to. You guys went to the Monet exhibit?
yeah, that was fun. We
Tell me
went there
about
last weekend to the Monet exhibit at the Newport's museum, which
Yeah.
is
It's like the
Indiana.
Indianapolis Museum of
yeah.
Art, but like Newport's is a way cool. Or Newfields.
Newfields, yeah.
Newport's in Chicago.
Newport's is what I smoke.
How late 80s, 90s
Well, there's a
we are.
Newport Aquarium in
Newports.
Chicago.
Newport, yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
Cincinnati or is that
Yeah.
Chicago?
It might be Chicago. I think it's Chicago.
I
think
isn't
that-
the shed? It's the
Sheds
shed
in
in
Shed
Chicago.
Aquariums in Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Newport.
Newfields, the art of Newfields.
yeah, but yeah, we went to the Monet exhibit, which is really cool because they project all these images on.
so cool.
So cool.
I wish I could. I
So
didn't
cool.
know about it. I
Super
don't know.
immersive and interactive and shit.
We went to the last year. We went to the Van Gogh one, and so we had to go back this year to the Monet one. Hopefully they keep this going. Cause I'd like to know
Jordan.
what they do next.
See
Should
how I
be
moved?
coughing. How you?
See how I
I
moved
do
away though?
every time.
No, you like.
I don't.
Well, I could have done this, but I decided not to. I should be able to control this. This is why we're gonna eventually get a producer that can do all this. Like if they see you're about to cough, they can dump you out,
There
which will
you
be
go.
the plan to do.
There
I'll
you
have
go.
a sign.
At any time, if you annoy me, I can just press the button and
That's
you're no
such
longer a part of
bullshit.
the podcast. You're just over there like, and I'm like, that's how we normally hear you anyway. So it's like, wah wah.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah.
I'm
kill
quitting.
me.
I'm quitting the
She's
podcast.
I knew it. This
I'm
is the one-
calling Matt.
I knew there was a way to get Matt on here.
That was the plan.
I'm calling Matt.
There's-
Matt, come get me.
Matt, come get me. He's like, oh, actually, I have to finish the podcast with the guys. So you
But
sit in
you
the
took
car.
my car.
Well, too bad because he's got my car and I have the keys.
Oh God, yeah. How's he gonna get over here then?
He's gonna walk. He lives right down
Wouldn't
the road.
start.
I'll see if he can get over here. Yeah. I did want to talk about this a couple weeks ago, and I figured this would be funnier to talk about with Jordan. Did you guys see
Did you
this?
imagine why?
Look at read it.
I mean, that feels like a very Antonio Brown thing to do. I got on his Instagram. He was doing an Instagram live.
Is that a child? Is that a child in the background?
I don't know. It's an adult woman, and she's smiling, so she seems to be interested. That guy in the back there is like, "Oh, this is bullshit. I can't."
That's like the size of my
What happened on
arm.
his Instagram? I didn't even.
He's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so he was doing an Instagram live and like had some music producer, so I don't know who the fuck this dude was.
Yeah.
But like, and dude was like, "Hey man, you banged one of my chicks," and like
One of his chicks?
yeah.
He's got more than one.
I mean, yo, I don't know how this shit.
You gotta live your life.
I
Yeah,
did.
to each their own. But AB was like, yeah, we family now. Like, he's like, nah, and like, so this is a live, right?
Yeah.
And like, other dude on the other end was like, nah, that wasn't cool. I thought this was amazing.
He's taking Eskimo Brothers to a whole new level, I guess. You know,
we family.
we
That's
family
blood.
now. We blood is thicker than the water my dick's out in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the size
We've
of my
both
arm.
been in the mud.
I know it's like
You got it?
like a tiny baby arm for sure.
Yeah,
It's like you have a tiny baby arm, don't
I
you?
do. I have a tiny baby arm.
That makes sense. Yeah. Actually,
Oh my God.
oh, don't do it. That's how Trump got in trouble.
No, we're not.
I can't T-Rex. I can't T-Rex.
No.
No T-Rexing allowed because they're gonna say you did something.
No.
Did you guys hear? I didn't know
It
if you
should
guys
be
heard about
okay as
this.
long as they don't hit my chest, right?
You just did it.
Oh.
Did you guys see this shit? The UK Prime Minister Liz Truss quit after a disastrous 6 weeks. So after 6 weeks as the leader of the country, she just quit. And they're talking about it. And then somebody said down there, I'm honestly jealous of how easy it is for the UK to get rid of failed leaders.
I mean, yo, you can just quit.
Yeah. And apparently she still gets like money. She still gets, they give her like for the rest of her life, she gets like a little bit under $200,000
Like they
a year.
do
Bro, that was a plan.
Yeah, but she was only I think they said 45 days. That's how long she was in office.
6 weeks in office.
45, 47, something like that. 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Could you imagine being like, yeah, I'll take the job, and then like,
Bro, you get paid for the rest of your life.
I get to pay for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's about it. I think I'm gonna head out. I'm out.
Yeah, let me Homer Simpson this shit.
She got her 6 weeks in.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta
Or is it 6 weeks or 9 weeks?
9 weeks. It might be 90 days. I don't know.
90 days?
She was only 45,
It's
so
a
she's
month
only
and a
halfway.
half, so
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
She
good
got
for
out-
her on her come up.
She got out of
Bad for her
probation. She
on
got out of the
whatever she
probation
fucked up.
period.
Yeah, congratulations on your recent success, Liz Truss. That's hilarious. I know, like when she came in, everybody was like, "Oh, we got a woman leader in the UK," and she's like from the conservative, like they have multiple, like a whole plethora of different parties, and she's from the Conservative Party, and they're like, she just ran the shit.
Is it like elected, like here?
Oh, she was a shit show like
Or is it
before she
like-
got elected.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
I just watching some things from different things. Like she was an absolute shit
She's
show.
hawkish as fuck. Very like, we're gonna take Ukraine out and stuff, and a lot of people were like, man, she's gonna get us into World War III for sure. The UK us. They're like, we're
All
gonna
of
get
us.
into it.
We all died.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's been cool, guys.
It's been nice to know you guys. You know,
It's not really been nice to know.
you're right. It's nice to know them.
Them,
nice
yeah,
to
they're
know
The
me.
cool.
people there. That's what I'm talking about.
They're
Those guys.
cool.
Those are the people I
There's a
like.
lot of knees in here.
No, I know, but Jordan's are like, he's like got like a peekaboo knee.
He's only showing knee.
Only knees.
This is
Only knees.
Only
He's on
knees.
follow me on only knees.
you need to
Man,
blur it out.
should I cover these up?
Yeah,
Like,
this
that
is you're
could
like
be
giving
worse.
it away for free.
Ah, damn
She's
it.
talking about Corey Kotkowski. we the first like podcast we did in the spring, and we had like all shorts on it. It was like, and he just his comment under the thing was like a lot of knees, there. Just a lot of knees.
My
And I was
bad.
like,
My bad, Corey.
No, you're allowed to have
I will
knees.
shove her. I will cover my knees.
Shover.
Shover.
I will shover. Oh man, I think this is the last story I have for the day. Unless you guys want to talk about some random stuff, but this firefighter strength tests were made a little bit easier in a bid to recruit more women. So the question that I have to ask is, do you care who pulls you out of a burning building, whether it's a man? or
No,
a
get me
woman?
the fuck out.
Yeah, just get me out.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, right.
It don't. I
But
mean,
you have to have the strength to pick
They
them
want
up.
more women to rescue people.
Yeah,
Why?
I know, man. I just feel like we gotta find a way to like be smart. This is the thing about this. Goes back to like what we talked about earlier, which is like graying of everything. Which I mean, some things it's easy to gray, and some things it's a lot harder, and it's going to cost lives.
Look, there are some women that are more men than men.
True.
Right? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Save me if I'm fucking can't save myself, I guess.
If
Thank
they're
you.
able to do the job, then it
Always.
But the thing is, even in the military, we've heard this before, them lowering standards for women and men.
I was
Yeah,
going to say, even
it
like
should-
PT tests
it's the same.
and things
It
like
should
that,
always be the same.
there's a different standard.
Yeah.
There's always a different standard.
Yeah,
I
in the
don't really
military.
like it.
well, yeah.
But if it's
In the military,
if
it's a little bit different, I'd say.
Not really.
not from being
But,
a firefighter.
I
it's
mean,
not the
if
same.
you're not in active combat, I don't think it should matter. But like, if you plan on being in active
I could see
combat,
that.
like,
But firefighters, are, like we were talking about, like they might have to pull, like if you.
yeah, I absolutely agree. They should have the same standards. You should have to be able to lift a body, like.
Technically, in the military, everyone is in active combat. They're
Yeah,
trained for
technically.
active
Yeah.
combat,
Yeah.
so it's all the.
Supposed to be at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Well,
I
then
don't
they
care if
should
you were on
also-
a desk. If dude next to you gets shot, like you got to know what to do to
Right.
like help some people.
I don't
And
know. I
pull
wasn't
somebody out.
allowed.
Yeah.
Weren't
I
allowed
wasn't
in.
allowed
Well, you
in
can't
the
breathe.
military. So
You can't even breathe through a podcast.
I wanted to go.
You're over here like.
I wanted to go.
So
It's not fair.
You didn't miss nothing.
I wanted to be in the military.
You
I should have
What
stayed
you want
longer,
to
to
do?
be honest.
I wanted to be in the army.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I didn't know that
Just
I
be
had an
in.
You just
option.
want to get yelled at. This is
No,
where
because-
Daddy Kinks started.
That's what it was.
She's
My dad was always in the military. He was like always into guns and stuff, and
Yeah.
like he told me that he wanted me to join, and I was like, okay.
I had somebody at work try to mansplain to me recently military time, and I'm listening like fascinated, like, oh yeah,
Cool.
oh yeah, and then I waited till after this dude finished his thing, and I was like, yeah, I was in the military for 4.5 years. Like, oh, thanks for your service. And then what did he say next, Jordan? I don't even have to. You know what did he say?
I don't know actually. What do you
I tried to join, but you know,
Oh.
I always get
Fuck
that.
that guy.
And you're doing it now too. We get it I feel like I get every time I tell somebody I was in the military. They're like, "Thank you for your service," and that's the first thing.
I'm not
usually.
gonna thank
I'm
you
like,
for
"You're
your
welcome."
service.
You should,
I'm not.
because I really serviced you.
You did
fucking
not.
don't.
Hey Matt, let me talk to you.
No.
Thank you for your service, Matt. Thank you for your service.
Is he servicing you?
Not for you. He's servicing you.
You don't have to thank him.
He's in the military service.
I thank him for his service.
Thank you for your, after you salute him.
We high five afterwards.
Oh my God! Could you imagine? Ugh! Could you imagine being friends with the person? Yeah.
I always give Kim a good game, so
Good
I'm just
game.
saying, yeah.
For Shelby, I'm like, hold on, let me grab a towel. Right out.
No, we
At least
just
you're nice.
I know, right? I
we
always
just
get
high
the towel.
five.
High five.
Yeah.
No towels involved.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah. He's like, here's some paper towels. Here's a roll.
Oh no, I good game,
I keep-
ass slap,
I
and
keep-
roll over.
I keep the baby wipes in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I mean, that's to me. I think
Very
that,
sanitary.
that will work pretty
See?
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm clean for next time in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think that. Here's a great.
Your expectations.
Damn. What if they run out and you guys are like, somebody's shirt's getting ready.
Bad shirt. It's not mine.
I sacrificed
usually
my shirt.
I have to wash the laundry, so.
That's always the go. Here, you know.
Yeah.
Shirt.
The wrestling shirt. I volunteer myself. in
It's always the
tribute.
Kokomo Press shirts.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I use the Grey Garden shirts as
That's what
cum
they're.
rags.
That's where the next Kokomo Press shirt's gonna say. It's gonna be like.
This is my cum
this
rag?
is my cum rag. Yeah. And then on the back, it's gonna say the Kokomo Press.
We use my Grey
Actually,
Garden
that's a
shirt.
killer fucking idea. When secretary do this.
Shelby and I have been talking about some new ones because, like, I don't know if you guys saw last week when we had Michelle on. We had the Live Laugh lotion, and then we've been talking about doing some. And you know about I'm not telling you off air, but you know about our secret thing that we're doing for the. It was based off of a meme, but we're gonna take it to the next level. But yeah, we've got a lot of shirts coming out with Writer Design, and then with the page and things
Shout
going.
out Writer Design first and foremost.
Hell yeah,
'cause
she's done something
coming
for
in
you too.
clutch.
Coming in and doing all the stuff that I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Jordan single-handedly keeping her in business and her and Kim.
It might be because I'm always just like every week, hey, can you do this for me? And she's like, yeah, I got you.
This is gonna be the new.
See,
We gotta
but
get this one out.
And then when you asked me, I was like, nah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. You don't gotta
we
do
just
anything.
need to Shelby.
Yeah, just Shelby, one more person.
Anytime anybody asks me to make a shirt, I send them to Shelby too.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it. I think it's the best, and she's gotten so good at it too. She's like pretty quick with it all.
See, my thing is, I like doing it for me, and if
Yeah.
I start doing it for other people, it's not fun.
No, because you're like, I don't care about the shirt.
Yeah.
I just hope.
Like I want to be able to do it and mess it up and not have to worry about what other people think about it.
Yeah, or be under the gun, which is a problem for her. She's always under the gun.
Yeah,
I get that.
You guys are good. You guys are usually like, she's usually like, your shirt's done. You're like, yeah, I'll come get it soon, and then they come get it eventually. But it's like some people, it's like, is my shirt done? Is my shirt done?
Yeah.
Like that guy with the Live Laugh lotion. My shirt done. My shirt done. She got it done now. Like she can't hear. She hasn't heard from him. That's the worst people. I can't stand it. It's a 2X.
I don't like dealing with other people.
That's really.
I just don't like dealing with people.
That has to be hard.
It's rough.
I always worry about when I
like,
send people to other people because I'm just like, oh man, is this person going to be able to like? Are they welcoming the work?
Yeah. Are they here to like? Is it a positive experience?
Yeah.
Well, Shelby actually enjoys doing it.
Yeah.
But like
most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah. She just doesn't. I think she started mass producing those candles, and she liked doing it in the beginning, but then by the end, it felt like, oh well, this isn't. It's no longer art. It's like, okay, you're in manufacturing now. You're now like.
It's cool to create something, but then when you do the same thing over and over, it just turns into monotony. And
well, I like I think I like the idea of like doing a limited supply run of things, right?
Yes.
So
that's why I stopped crocheting things for people.
So if you've made it to this far in the podcast, you're going to get a little bit.
Another one. I'm just saying.
If you've made it this far in the podcast, you're going to get a little bit of what I've been working on. But I have an idea, and I was going to hit you guys up with it. And the idea is to start doing like seasonal drops for merch and working with Writer Design and like. We're gonna do some seasonal drops with merch, so we'll have like different ones for like fall, winter, spring, summer, all that stuff. So like, if you guys have any good ideas, let me know, because I really think that even if you people out there, if you have a good idea, let me know. Like, hey, I wish I could do this, but I can't. You might be able to. Let me know, because I think it's something that
like
would be good.
If she were to do like multiple sizes of one thing and then not have to do like pre-orders, it would be a lot easier for her. I think.
I tried to tell her that she wants to do made to order everything, and I'm like, that's fine. It makes
but you
sense.
Also don't want to have all the extras too.
Yeah,
no.
But it'd be good for like shows and stuff.
Yeah, she's got some new shirts she's fucking with. She's got some new techniques she's gonna be messing with, and she wants me to buy her.
She's gotten so good at it. I'm so proud of her.
I'm gonna hit her up here soon because I'm gonna
She did that set shirt.
If you guys want to make shirts and you don't like, if you buy the stuff, you can come use my stuff.
Oh, you can't see it here.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just don't want to do it, but I'm not gonna take business away from her. Obviously,
she did that one, right? The set one.
Yeah, she did my set shirt, which is amazing.
Dude, we worked really hard on that one. Actually, I helped her with that one because
was that the sublimator?
Curator on the back, so I love it.
Was that the sublimation?
Yes, she sublimated that one, but
that's so much better.
Oh, it's way cooler, but the only problem is you can't use it on black because there's no white in sublimation, so it's it's really rough. But when we went to do that one, she had never used more than one because the sublimation sheets are like a paper size.
Yeah, you have to use more than one together.
So
the same
we had
with the
to
Cricut.
figure out how to do it with more than one piece of paper, and she'd never done it before until she did that
like
shirt for
split the image and stuff.
Yeah, it was really cool because she was having the issues with. She has an older, like she got this computer from like a job, and she's been using it, and it works well. But she really needs to come in here and just use mine. But she's she's
got to do her own thing.
She's like, back off, I'll take you on.
Yeah, she's headstrong. She'll take you on. Yeah.
I mean, you need to hit her with the "let me upgrade you."
Yeah, let me upgrade. Yeah, just in hip hop.
Just buy her a new computer.
I'm going to at some point, but she wants a new printer, and so I'm like, you got to pick one or the other.
The sublimation printer?
No, she wants
or just
to get
a regular printer.
No, a new. What's it called? It's the other. It's the next step.
I only know about the sublimation.
So it goes. Cricut is like vinyl pressing, and then you've got sublimation, and I think this next one is where like you do like screen printing. She wants she wants to get a screen printer. When she does that, it's gonna change the game.
Kill, yeah.
That'll change the fucking game so fast.
Oh yeah, and it's like the quality. You can do any shirt. You can do. There's no like you gotta have a poly shirt. You gotta have you can't have white. It's like there's no rules. She can just literally it's just all layers. So she'll just make it in layers. But then she has to learn. It's hard, but it's possible.
Yeah.
We went through a place. I don't remember where it's through. But me and Matt went through them for a while for like the razor play shirts. This Cheapy Squeegee.
Yeah.
Shane. They do a good job out there. I think his name's Shane. Shane something. But they do a good job out there. And but like
I still have half of those shirts.
Yeah.
And they're still fine. I still have my right to play shirt. Did I have
mine.
I found it in my clothes that I couldn't wear anymore.
We used to do festivals and shows and shit. I remember. So that's what it's from. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Let's wrap this up. I think we're at like almost an hour and a half here.
Now we're just bullshitting.
I know, we're just talking about the old times. So let me tell you about the first time I got a blowjob. No, I'm just kidding. No, I do have that's a pretty crazy story, and I'm going to share it. So check out the podcast sometime soon. I'm going to tell that.
This is on the premium edition. So you're gonna,
you follow us onto the Patreon, and you'll see that.
There you go. That's how you get these stories.
That's how you get the. I think that we're going to do some story times. Some story times.
Oh God.
Story times.
Those are my favorite.
Do you like story times?
Because I have so many stories.
Yeah, we got to do it. Anyway, check us out, man. So happy to have Jordan back in the house. Jordan Bell, Jay Breezy.
I think my name is Hypocrisy.
Yeah,
but
Hypocrisy Jones on
that.
Facebook. Yeah. Hypocrisy Jones on Facebook, just in case you want to see his meta dump. Also on Twitter, what is it? The Curator Bell.
Curator Bell across all social medias except for Facebook.
I don't know why you didn't change your name to Curator Bell on there. You should have fucking did that too.
I might.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think I gotta wait
you have
a few
a
more months.
Facebook page that's Curator Bell.
Yeah,
you'll be seeing a lot more of his face. He's already been working behind the scenes with us for the last month. You know, he took a little break. He had a lot going on. So
I didn't really go nowhere.
Yeah.
I just came back.
He just came. Well, we're back. Welcome. I was gonna get that. What is it, Mace? Welcome back. Welcome.
Oh,
I was gonna put that on. I completely
the
forgot.
Mr. Rogers thing.
Yeah. Anyway, check us out, Kokomo Press. We love you guys. 2 kisses.
Yo, scissor me, please. Come on.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, it's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.